Alrighty guys, so if it look a little disheveled or anything, that is because I literally got off work like an hour ago. And so yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk a little bit about, well, you'll see. I had to go and get my Knot magazine. I've pretty much lived off of this. This is the Knot magazine that my mom got me last spring/summer. I have been looking for one. This is the Knot Florida. I've been looking for one for this year, but haven't been able to find one, but that's okay. I got engaged last year anyway. So, using, oddly enough, my my maid of honors, I think this is her wedding, this is her shower invitation, as a bookmark. I have a checklist. I may or may not have mentioned this before, but we're actually going to go, since we're almost at the 6-month mark, we're going to go through things that I've done and things that I haven't done and what I've done so far, blah, 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 blah. Okay, think about where you'd like to have your wedding, decided on that, nailed down a budget. My mom pretty much decided on an average budget by talking to my dad, because my parents are paying for the wedding. Download the wedding app. My mom and I actually used several apps to organize this wedding, research book ceremony locations. Talked about that already in my wedding reception venue video. Start to search for your dress. Of course, I started searching for my dress years ago. I talked about that experience as well, so did that. Get your engagement ring appraised and insured. Did that when we bought it. My fiance and I bought ours together. My best friend, or one of my good friends, is going to be our officiate or marry us. Made a wedding website. Pretty much did that as soon as we got engaged, because I'm a graphic designer. That's something that I like to do and I've been wanting to do for a while. That said, I organized and designed our save the dates. I already had my bridesmaids picked out even before Jared and I started dating, so I did that. Book photographer, florists, musicians, cake baker, and other pros. We're not going to do musicians because we're actually doing a DJ. I've already got a playlist all set up, and someone's basically just going to push play at certain times when needed. Photographer, we are trying to convince one of our friends to photograph the wedding for us. They're longtime family friends, so we're hoping on that to work out. If not, I know several photographers, but they just they're a little pricey, you know. There's a caterer that's going to be working with our venue that we have picked out, Register for Gifts. Again, did that as soon as Jared and I got engaged. And majority of our gifts that we want have already been purchased, and we have them. So that's good to know, considering we haven't even gotten gifts from half of our guest lists yet. Picked out bridesmaids' dresses, talked about that in previous video. Engagement photos, we pretty much did an engagement trip at Disney and took photos with the PhotoPass photographer and used the memory maker, so that's what we did. But I'm sure we'll take more photos soon. Book your honeymoon. We're going on Disney Cruise Line. His parents are paying for it, and yeah, they organized all of that. It's going to be for a whole week, and that's awesome. We sent out our save the dates. Blah, 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 blah. I don't know why I didn't cross off any of these. Wedding insurance, I'm pretty sure we have that as part of the package. I'm not going to do beauty trials because I really don't care about how my makeup is. I'm sure my mom and I will play around with it before. I'm doing my own makeup. My mom is doing my hair. Order invitations and thank you notes. I am designing my own invitations, which I will talk about next month. And yeah, I think that's the 6 months page. That's pretty much it. Day of coordinator, someone's going to be working with us the day of. Lingerie, I'm working on picking on what I want. Rehearsal dinner details, we are currently working on that. We don't know what we want to do just yet. We don't know if we want to go all out dessert party at Disney or something small, because my mom is going to be renting a house, which I will talk about hotels and stuff in another video. Yeah, day of look. We're currently also working on what the groomsmen are going to wear because I'm still kind of fickle about it. I know we're going with black with some sort of color accents, but other than that, we don't know. So that is pretty much my 6 months checklist thus far, according to the Knot. Other things we've chosen are like Flower Girls and the Ring Bearers, and I've sent out invitations for that. We are currently working on accessories for them. I have some boutonnieres and things. They aren't done yet. As soon as they're done, I will film kind of a how-to or what I did type of a thing. Again, I'll talk about that in months to come as more decorations come together. But what I really wanted to talk about, and what may be actually in the description, is Jared and I, my fiance and I, got to kind of get a little sneak peek of the Disney Wedding Pavilion. For those who don't know what the heck that is, there is a wedding chapel that is attached to the Grand Floridian, which is one of my all-time favorite Disney resorts, just outside the Magic Kingdom. It's actually directly on the other side of the lagoon, the lake that you have to get across to get to Magic Kingdom. And yeah, people get married there, and we actually seriously looked into having a Disney wedding. We did. I looked at the price, did budgets. I did budgeting, my friends did budgeting, my mom did budgeting, and it was just too much for what I wanted, and I didn't want to have like bare minimum and pay top dollar for it. I wanted to have everything on a low budget. So we ixnayed out on that, sadly. And I tried multiple times. This is one reason why this video is so late, is I actually got an invitation to get, they were doing a special like guided tour thing, private guided tour for the Wedding Pavilion. Got an invitation, it was free, signed up, I was gonna do it, and then my schedule changed, so I literally was not able to go, and I was extremely devastated. If you've watched my previous vlogs, you would have known it was very upsetting. It was on a Sunday, and I had it scheduled to go by myself. You know, so Jared didn't have to be drug along, and because I picked a time after Jared would be gone, I ended up not having Sundays off anymore, and I had to work basically that Sunday evening, and I wasn't able to give it away, and I was extremely sad and devastated about it. So the fact that Jared and I were able to get a sneak peek, just the two of us, was very special. And I say sneak peek, literally, we had dinner at the Grand, we were leaving, and Jared wanted to go and show me the Wedding Pavilion, because he's actually been there before, because he was actually in a wedding at the Wedding Pavilion. And so all of the doors were open. First, I want to say all of the doors were open. We didn't break into anything. All of the rooms and places that we went into, the doors were open. They had a cleaning lady. I don't know if they're literally closed or if they're always open or what, because this is literally the first time I had ever even tried to go over there. I didn't even think you were allowed over there. I had tried to book appointments to go to Frank's studio, which is kind of like their wedding arrangement coordinating office, and we weren't able to basically book an appointment unless we were serious about actually getting married there, which we were serious about checking things out, but we knew pretty sure that we weren't going to actually getting married there, and so they weren't interested. It was quite annoying, actually. But anyway, so we got to get a sneak peek in there. If you want to check it out, go over to my other video. I'm going to put it in the description below, or even a card, depending on what I'm able to do. There may be a card up here. And so anyway, check out that video, and that has video clips. But I will tell you, like, it was literally absolutely gorgeous. Like, any photos or anything I've seen online literally don't do it justice. And we went on a cloudy, rainy day. So the fact that I can still say that, like, it was just beautiful. They had a cute little photo op that was like framing the castle, even though my pictures didn't really do it justice. The castle looked like this tiny in the picture. That was really, really pretty, and that's like right outside where you, after you say adieu, so you can walk out and get pictures there. Then they just the little details of that whole place were just gorgeous. There were hidden Mickeys everywhere. They had Cinderella's carriage in the windows, and like stained glass windows. They had a chandelier that hung from the ceiling above, like, you know, the aisle, which I didn't even know that was a thing. I looked up and I was like, oh my god, this is so gorgeous. And then what else did they have? They had a groom suite that was attached to the building, and across from that they had like several different bathrooms. They were all very nice and luxurious. I really liked the groom's suite. It had their own private bathroom and like places where they can kind of sit and lounge, and had like a water tank where they can get water. And then across from that, there was actually another lounge where I'm sure like wedding guests, or if like you have crying babies or whatever, can go and hang out and sit. The chapel seemed to hold had a lot of space. I was surprised at how much space there was, because it looks kind of small, but it's actually very spacious inside. Holds a lot of guests. There's a lot of space on like the podium area where you get married, which I also liked as well. And then across from the wedding pavilion, there is actually the bridal suite. It's a very large area, and there's lots of, again, places to sit down and lounge. They actually had a Keurig in there. They had a full-blown vanity with like beautiful mirrors. That was another thing that they had when you walk in. They had 2 mirrors that had like glowing pixie dust, like little stars, which I thought was really cute. It was very nice, and like I loved the walkway bridge that you walk to it. It was, honestly, the whole experience was quite magical, and like words cannot explain how gorgeous and like magical. I keep saying magical, but like, for example, my fiance's and my song is I See the Light, and as we were walking, or as I was walking, we walked in and I See the Light was playing, and as I walked down the aisle, I See the Light continued to play, and it was just like, it was just like it was a meant to be moment. Like, we were supposed to be there at that time, and it was just a spur of the moment trip. It was gorgeous, and I sent pictures to my parents, and I love my parents. I'm so blessed to have my parents, and they were so sweet. They were like, you know, because I was like crying in the video, because it was just such a magical experience for me, and they were like, if you wanted to get married that badly there, we would have made it happen. And like, I did very much want to get married there, and I still do. But I think Jared and I will just do, like, for our 20th anniversary or something, do like a wedding renewal there or something like that, because like it's just so expensive. That's just the only thing. If money wasn't an issue, absolutely I would get married there without a doubt. It's just, and you're paying for the experience, and I know that. But anyway, I don't want to get into that. It was absolutely gorgeous. Go and check it out, like my video. And if you don't want to check out the video and you have an opportunity where you're at the Grand or you're near the Grand and there's not a wedding going on, just walk over and like just check it out. I mean, like, don't like be all over the place. Like, Jared and I were very careful to what we touched and everything, but like, it was just go and check it out and look for yourself. It's gorgeous. And we also were able to kind of peek into Frank's studio, based off of the Father of the Bride movie, Frank. And it was very much how I would picture Frank's studio to be. And that was closed, and that was appointment only, and it said that at the door. But what I thought was cute is they had several rooms, which I don't know what was in these rooms, because again, we could just peer through the windows. But each room was named after the 3 good fairies, Flora, Fauna, and Merryweather, and I thought that was really cute. They had several cake displays, and I loved, of course, every single one of them. And like all their accessories and things, Disney accessories you can have, and so it's probably a good thing that I didn't go in there, because then I would have been like, I want this and this and this and this and this. So, but anyway, that's pretty much all I have. I was going to talk more, but I'm going to talk about my invitations and stuff like that I'm currently designing. I'm still in the process of designing. I actually wanted to have something to show you, but unfortunately I do not. God willing, next month I will, because I have to send them out next month. So I will just say again, check out The Knot. The Knot has a lot of really cool advice and things. The Knot is actually how we found our venue, online, just exploring. And so that's pretty much it right now. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys!